Have you ever realized that one ordinary moment can quietly shape the rest of your life? This is the story of Ethan, a young man who had no degree, no business background, and no wealthy family to support him. Ethan was 25 years old and lived in a small American town. For months, he searched for a job, but every interview ended with another rejection. His savings were disappearing, bills kept piling up, and hope was becoming harder to hold on to. One cold evening, he walked into a small roadside diner with just enough money for a cup of coffee. As he sat quietly, he noticed something unusual. The owner wasn't simply selling food. He welcomed customers warmly, remembered regulars by name, worked alongside his employees, and kept the business running with energy and pride. Watching all of this made Ethan ask himself a question that would change everything. If someone can build a successful life from a small diner, why can't I? That night, he bought a notebook and wrote 3 promises. Learn every day. Spend carefully. Put every profit back into the business. From that moment, he stopped waiting for opportunities and decided to create one. For several weeks, Ethan studied different coffee shops and diners around town. He paid attention to busy locations, customer habits, pricing, and service. Then he looked at the money he had saved. It wasn't enough for a restaurant. But it was enough to start small. He purchased a used coffee cart, a basic espresso machine, and a few simple supplies. On the front, he placed a handmade sign. Ethan's Coffee Corner. His first day was disappointing. Only a handful of customers stopped by. As he packed up that evening, he wondered if he had made a mistake. Then he remembered why he started. Instead of quitting, he returned before sunrise the next morning. Every drink was prepared with care. Every customer was greeted with respect. Every visitor left with a sincere thank you. Slowly, people began returning. Satisfied customers recommended him to friends. Week after week, business improved. Soon, Ethan faced a different challenge. His coffee cart had become busier than he could handle alone. Rather than rushing to expand, he hired one employee, Daniel. Before teaching him how to make coffee, Ethan taught him something more important. People may forget what they ordered, but they'll always remember how you treated them. That simple philosophy transformed the business. As profits increased, Ethan resisted the temptation to spend money on luxury items. Instead of buying expensive things, he upgraded his equipment, improved the menu, and saved for the future. Months later, he opened his first small cafe. It wasn't elegant. It wasn't perfect. But it belonged to him. The cafe became successful because Ethan followed the same principles every day. Excellent service. Consistent quality. Careful financial decisions. Instead of chasing quick success, he focused on steady progress. One cafe became 2. Then 3. Eventually, his restaurants became well known across the city. People often asked how he had become successful. His answer was always the same. Small decisions repeated consistently create extraordinary results. Years later, Ethan owned several successful restaurants, a comfortable home, and the financial security he once believed was impossible. But he never forgot where everything began. One afternoon, he returned to the same roadside diner where he had once purchased that single cup of coffee. He sat quietly near the window and smiled. Nothing magical had happened there. Nobody had given him money. Nobody had guaranteed his success. The only thing that changed was the decision he made after leaving that diner. So before this story ends, ask yourself one question. The next time money comes into your hands, will you spend it on something that lasts for a few days? Or will you invest it in a future that could last for years? Remember, success rarely begins with a huge opportunity. More often, it begins with one clear decision, one disciplined habit, and the courage to take the very first step. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs a reminder that a better future can start with one small choice. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next story.